Okay, gonna go ahead and get started here. Warm up. Looks like I'm on hole number 14. Hey, William, thanks for the good luck. Have you finished your round yet? Just pulling up a few slider numbers while I wait here. Harder to have the numbers memorized for clubs I don't use a lot. Minus 24. That should get you through. Tier 2, right? Uh-oh. I'm gonna have some trouble here. I'm not gonna have enough gems to get kingmakers to finish. The par 5s are really easy to mess up. I mean, I messed up 3 here, but you know, the clubs don't make it easy. Here we go. I'm gonna go with the rock on this one. Max plus 5%. We don't have 3 top and we don't have 3 right, but we'll figure out a way around it. Oh, great right on big topper on 9. Now, was it a bad great right? Because a slight great right will clip, but it'll still roll through. And you still have your horizon will reach because it's almost 25% with a normal drive. Which direction, when you release, is it that you normally release? Do you normally release as the needle is swinging left or as it's swinging right? Because if it's an instance where I worry about whether or not I'll hit a great in a specific direction, I release the needle going in the opposite direction. Swinging right. Yeah, see, I swing left. And I made that drive earlier with this account with a big topper 3. Okay, so 8.8 is going to be 8.2. gonna push up a little. And I'm only gonna do a half ball curl. Hopefully that'll get us down into that grizzly range. Looks like we might be min sniper. Yeah, any big topper should be able to make that drive on 9. Because they all have the same top spin. None of them are set at max. And 18 might require a little bit of overpower. Hit the left edge. Yeah, you have to, I think, aim on the right side just a little bit of the pin. That's what I've done on my drops. I am grizzly. So, of course I don't have the top I need. Plus 4 is 88%. So we're going to be 8.7. This is really risky. Great left. Yeah, it was going to be short anyway. It might have been able to barely trickle in, but still needed a perfect. You're welcome. I'm glad they helped. You know, they won't get everybody gold, but hopefully somebody will. Some tournaments are better than others. This one hasn't been one of my best. Okay. I might be able to pull this off. I'm going to take a look at it with the Titan, but I have the spirit balls I can switch to. And with the EM6, the spirit ball will be helpful. It's all basically going to come down to wind. Because you can get away with less top here. But I also have less distance. So if I have a low wind, I'm going to need the extra top. Oh, I'm on the wrong hole. Okay, so this is a tough one. With the big topper is what I'm going to have to use. Good thing I realized that before my turn. Hopefully I have a bag that works. And I guess I don't get to rely on my opponent to bail me out. Yeah, let's go with the big dog. I don't think that's going to work. $10.2 plus 10%. It's going to be 5.1. Great left is never great on this type of shot with this club. Just not enough there to roll out. Had it been a bigger, an EM7, EM8, EM9, probably would have pulled it through. Or had I had a wind resistance Power 5 ball, which I don't. Or if I'd had APOC, which I don't. Hopefully this will give us a decent looking thorn. Still going to be a tough make with a crosswind with a thorn 6. But I played this account assuming I wouldn't get any of the par 5s. And I already got one of them. And I was hoping to find an extra somewhere. Okay. So 2 left, 1 back. I need about a square because of God. 9.4. And let's see. Plus 3 is going to be 84%. So 4.9 rings. We do hit perfect. But we're under adjusted. I definitely didn't play at 0. I will probably on Sunday. So I don't know when I'm going to get to the notes. Mainly because I have family stuff tomorrow. First thing in the morning, I got to drive to my niece's birthday. Then I'm going to visit my grandma for a while. And then when I get home, if I'm not exhausted, I will try to start working on notes. If not, then I'll have to do it on Sunday. No drops or the par 5s. So, is it not going to get through, T-Bone? You didn't even get 9 or 18? 312, I completely understand. A birdie is a drop there. Minus 20. Yeah, tier 2. I mean, I guess it depends on your bracket. I mean, I definitely see 22s getting through in tier 2. Of course, not tier 3. I've already seen a minus 18 on the front 9 in tier 3. But when you got max clubs, special balls, it's a different course. Alright, 9.4 is a low win. So I'm going to switch to the spirit ball. Okay, there's our spot. 12.5. It's going to be 6.5. I'm going to push up 5 rings. And I'd rather go through the green with the extra top that I put on it. Than be left short and not in the green. At least here, I have a better chance. Your 22 will make it. That's good. At least you'll be getting to play in the weekend. I'll let you know if I need help, William. Maybe I'll think about streaming the note making or something. I mean, the notes that I'm on right now will be the same notes I edit. Well, we did hit perfect. Oh, but we're too hot. That's 30. A millimeter over and hit the pin and it's in. Nirvana 4's guy got me. Oh well. I was hoping to pick up an extra. Now, since I'm using Sniper 8 on this next one, I'm going to have to actually punch it in. I can't use my numbers. So plus 10%. What is this ball? Thanks, Guy. I'm glad that they can be of assistance and that you enjoy them. Okay, 7.9. Let's see where we're at. 3.2 top, 0.4 right. So we're at the plus 5, which on the Sniper 8 is 82%. 7.9 is going to be 8.3. We do hit perfect at least. Always a worry on this shot. Good bounce. Good line, but we're going to stop short. That was center line. So it really would have worked. We just needed to have a little bit more top. When you have these lower clubs, it's really hard to get those extras. Alright, so on the last hole, I will be using the Big Topper 3, and I think I have a Horizon 4. We're going to play it just like I played it in here, in the notes. The guide should all still work the same. Then after this, I'll play a back 9 with a normal. That way you guys can really see it. I hate those two, Sky. It's like I did everything right. I just got cheated by the guide. It's frustrating. And this course is full of frustrating holes. Pretty sure everyone here has left one within a cup. Alright. I'm just going to go with the Titan. My second shot will be a little different, as I won't have 3 right. But 3 is your nemesis. Yeah, I can't stand 3 either. That chip, I don't know. I couldn't nail it consistent. I was either leaving it on the left edge, tweak it on the right edge, drop it, but then left and right edge again. You know, I play 10%, I'm on the right edge. Play 15%, I'm on the left edge. Go back down to 10%, and I'm on the left edge again. And there were a couple times I come across this. The 4 and 13 doing the same thing. Minor tweak would take it a whole cup off. And then when you're not getting drops, I'm spending even more practice tokens, which I need. Okay, 10.4, because why wouldn't we have really high wind? Max top, 0.8 right. Be about right there. 4.3, and we have the straighter headwind. So I need about 2 rings of overpower. We at least get perfect. Hopefully I set it all up perfect. Let's see what ball our opponent has. Is that a top spin boost ball? Oh yeah. So, had our opponent put in a cat, then he probably could have reached over with this ball, because I've gotten close to reaching over with just the big topper. Thanks, guy. I try to keep it free to play, because I mean, you can, if you want to use a paid ball, that's fine. So I'm about 50% club. A little bit further back. +5. 9-0. So I'm going to go max top. Then 2 right until I lose that top. Set up right there. Just 3.1 rings. And since I don't have much side, I'm going to give it a little more curl. Great left doesn't help. Hopefully we'll still stay and get a wedge. Had we hit straighter, we probably would have been green. So a lot of these shots, you can use a paid ball, like a wind resistance ball, or get a little bit further with a top spin boost ball. But at least you know, with the free to play, the basics of how to get there. You just gotta kind of modify it a little bit. I couldn't imagine how much money I'd be spending with 7 accounts if I wasn't free to play. So the only problem with having wedge chips on this account is my best wedge is an EB3, which isn't very good. So we're about 52%. We'll say 52. 9.2. It's going to be 3.8. Through the cup. .8. Try to center and hit perfect. Center pin. Now the EB rule is normally 20%, but with EB4 and EB3, I use 15. I do have Ultimate Golf. I'm actually one of their streamers. So if you go into my playlist, you'll see some of my Ultimate Golf streams. I stream it on 9 tournament weeks. So Ultimate Golf has a marketing campaign where they're trying to increase their presence on YouTube, which is why you're seeing all the Golf Clash streamers streaming Ultimate Golf. Alright, time to switch accounts and play with more normal balls. Looks like that account will get through just fine. It was 18th. We're pretty late. So, made the weekend with it. Luckily, it's only tier 1. Let's go back to 9. Or 10. Alright, here's our clubs. Got our Kingmaker. No, I'm not really close to any upgrades. Let me change my sliders. So that way I'm looking at the right clubs. It's Johnny M. And I usually have my friend code listed underneath my name on my streams. And I'll probably stream next on that on Monday. Alright, APOC 6. 6 top, 3 left. Max plus 10%. Then we have a half ball left girl. 2 rings overpower. So hopefully we can play this clean. and get a couple drops. I'm pretty sure I'll need at least one drop to make up for hole 12. So 7.1 is going to be 5.6. Guide breaking the snow there. .6. Half ball lift curl. 2 rings over power. We do hit perfect. Now, some of these wind angles are headwinds, some are tailwinds, some are cross. This was a cross. We're at 390, which is going to put us into the thorn, and minus 15%. You know, it may be min grizz. We'll take a look at it. I'd rather shoot it with a thorn. As you can see, our opponent got the glitch roll. There are 2. There's one that stops short, and there's one that sends you long. Looks like we're going to push up and use grizz. Seven rings from min is going to be 10%. Stupid glitch spot. Uh-oh. Oh, we got it off, but it was great. Probably would have did stop short with a perfect. Might have had enough speed for a perfect. I'm still doing the home improvements, T-Bone. I still have to finish painting my cabinet. Counters are done. I have to put up the backsplash still. The painting's done, except for the cabinets. Well, the Hornet and the Thorn, you know, they're a little bit different. It really depends on what you're used to. I prefer the Thorn, especially in min. But if it's something where you need more top, then you're going to want the Hornet. The Hornet is also a little more accurate. So you have to take into account when you're using the Thorn, you may have to pull 10 rings. So if you have to do a double pull, you're probably going to be more accurate doing a single pull with a Thorn. So there's nothing wrong with using the Hornet. It's just situational. And I'm more used to the Thorn. Okay, 40% club plus 20%. Going to use 2.7 back, 2.4 right. Our yellow is going to be just creeping onto the fairway. And as you can see from the picture in the note, The guide's going to go about 2 squares past and just on the right side of the line for the dark green. Now I'm not sure, William, does the Hornet 8 have a better ball guide than a Thorn 8? Because I tend to favor better ball guides also. Oh, and more on T-Bone's question. The air conditioner, furnace, hot water heater, condenser, heat exchanger, those are all done too. And I still have some ground faults and some electrical outlets to replace. Okay. 2.4 right, 2.7 back. About right there. 7.5 is going to be 8.0. We got the good wind angle, which is one where I don't have to worry about the bunker. We do hit perfect. We should be close. I must have underpowered because that was in line. Thorn's ball guide is 0.1. That's probably why I went with a Thorn when I was first learning. Yeah, it's more of a preference with me. And I have a lot of the Thorn slider memorized. So in tour play, that helps. All that golf clash notes and a full-time job. Yeah, I stay pretty busy. .5 back, 3 right, mid plus 30. I'd have to do the numbers to see if the adjustment's about the same. I only went with 20% as my starting point because I know that's a 20% elevation when I played it in tour, and then I just tweaked from there. Alright, so red being cradled there. Max plus 10%. 8.8 is going to be 6.9. Looks like I need just a little bit of overpower. Half ball left curl. Great left should be okay. Hey Earl, how you doing? Oh, you lined up through the pin too? That's probably a little higher adjustment then. I've dropped that multiple times, but I've also had it on the left and right edge, and I've had it stop short. Pretty sure if I rewind that back, I had baby under power. Otherwise, it would have been through. And that wind angle was more of a headwind angle. And you noticed I fell about a ring short of my desired landing spot. Thanks for the good luck. Alright, so right ring. Did not look. I'm going to go with 3 top because I didn't look where I was. I'm going to move 20 rings. I'm going to max slice it. Glad I didn't use 4. If I used 4 top, I might have trickled into that rough. Baby under power. Makes all the difference sometimes. You're welcome, Earl. Alright, so we got club plus 15. Get my slider numbers ready. $10, $20, $30. 30 rings should be 51%, 53%. 8.1 will be 4.1. We do hit perfect. And the edge again. Yeah, the power slice, you can use it from the right side also. But of course you have to be able to reach that way on the right side. I tried both. And in fact, with my baby account, I power sliced the big dog on hole 3 to get within end bringers. Yeah, there is a glitch roll on that drive that can pull you up short. Actually, the glitch roll makes you run long. But that's what everyone's trying to play. They want it to run long. Yes, it's a little easier from the right side. There's a little bit of a crown or like a ridge from the left side. And I think it's fairly easy to get on either side of it. It's just with that headwind, without a special ball or a P5, it's really hard for me to get onto that right. This hole's been frustrating too. It's been all over the place with what seems like the same adjustments. Now, if you're practicing this hole, I will tell you, if it goes on the left side, it's going to go longer with the same spin as if it was the right side. So if it goes like 2 or 3 squares long and you're past the left edge of the cup, if that was the right edge of the cup, it's only going to go like a square through. Thanks, Zero. Good vibes are always appreciated. Alright, so 7.3 is going to be 11.3. 2 left, 1 top. Short. Just left side of the pin. Let's pull my 1.3 first. Then my 10. Try to center and hit perfect. And then watch it burn the edge. I tried to play Grizzly 8, just like Grizzly 9 on this. I tried it, modifying it a little bit, using 40%. When I was working it out, I started with a Grizzly 8, and I was doing 81%. Plus 45. Let's see, at the +1, which is where I started for Grizzly 8. +1 is 82%. So, let me pull the Grizzly up here. 82%. Plus 45 would have been, what was, we trying to think, 7.3 was the wind. So 11.2 would have been 0.1 less. So that could have been the difference maker. You know, left quarter of the cup and 0.1 less adjustment, because it turns more as it slows down. Okay, plus 5%. So if you're using the notes, you could probably just subtract 0.1, 0.2 from that adjustment with a Grizzly 8. But yeah, this course is being frustrating. You don't miss by very far. So we got 7.2. It's going to be 5.4. There's the plus 0. 3 and 3. .4, no overpower, and left edge of the ball to the end of the ring. So, right there. Okay, perfect. Gonna so that's gonna put us at 351. So it's a tough course, especially with the winds they gave us. So this is going to be about 72%. No, other way around. 75%. I'll count it just to be sure. I'm gonna go ahead and set it 75. And that should be 16 rings for max. So there's max. Looks like I'm a lot closer than 16 rings. 10 rings. So 10 rings is 82%. 8.8. Going to be 9.3. .2, right side of the pin. Line up straight. Try to pull straight. I need to quit looking at the clock as I'm counting. I let go early every time. You know, I never tried it, but I wonder if you could rip it back with a Guardian. Probably a safer shot. I never even tested it. I mean, I play the rough bump even in Tour. But I'm a rough bump player. If there's a rough buff, I can't talk. If there's a rough bump, I usually go for it. Yeah, maybe I should put a little piece of tape over the clock. I don't know. But I don't have my sounds on, so I'd never know if I was running out of time. I don't have a special P5 bot. A wind resistant P-fall bot. Looks like I'm gonna have to use a Zerk. The only reason I would rather not use a Zerk is because if I get high wind, it makes it a lot more difficult shot. A lot more difficult shot. P5. Alright, let's go. Hey Jason, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. So we're going to go max plus 10%. We're going to use max top, max left in this case. We're going to set up at the bottom of the plus 12 with the blue ring. We're going to use max overpower, and we're going to left curl into the T is at the left edge of the triangle. And we're going to try to hit perfect. Great right is a big risk. 8.5. So the bottom of the plus 12 means as soon as it clicks. $8.5. There's our max overpower. There's our curl. We hit slight great left. That should be fine. Well, what I was saying, you've got to use a P5, but if you had a luminary, for example, you're going to be better off. If you have a P5 with wind resistant, you're going to be better off. I did have an opponent use a Kingmaker with the APOC 8, I think, and they just trickled out, and then they used a cat for the second shot. So minus 15. Plus 11. 8.8. See, that time I didn't look at the clock, even though I know it was getting close. Under adjusted. I forgot to look at my slider for what plus 11 is. I'm going to look at that now while my opponent shoots. So plus 11 is 88%. Nine rings, 0.2. I still would have missed. Would have been closer, but I would have missed. Minus 25, well done. Nice scorecard. Good luck, Earl, on your back nine. Hopefully you'll get through. And thanks for stopping by and checking us out, Jason. Oh, I've definitely left plenty out there that should have dropped. Alright. Gonna go with the Titan. Plus 20%. 5.8 top. 0.9 left. We're gonna go max overpower. Left curl. Oh, I got a typo. No, that's not a typo. Right edge to enter ball. Yours was closer. I actually dropped it once. But for some reason, I couldn't get it to line up the way I should have. And other than the fact that I under-adjusted it. An easy chip on 9. Easy chips, you mess up sometimes. The ones that frustrate me is when I spin out of the cup or stop dead short center. And it's like, you know, I did almost everything perfect. Right. 0.9 left. 5.8 top. So if you notice, the ball guide bends there. You went to the left of that. 9.7. It's going to be 8.3. Going to push up 5 rings. There's our curl. And we're going to get stuck in the rough. Man, I'm not playing good at all. I'm hitting way too many greats. City Park. I think I got a gold on City Park when it was the major last time. But I won't play the mini. I've stopped playing the minis because they kept pushing me into tier 3. Oh, I'm in the sand? Didn't expect that. Didn't look at it. So we're about 100%. Better use some side spin here. .7 rings. It's the first time I've missed that. Of course, it's also the first time I've missed the drive. I generally do okay in Tier 3, but I'm not winning, and my top 10s still don't have a lot of ball rewards, and what I'm using up to get to that I haven't bannered in Tier 3. Why was that 100% on the wedge? Because the bullseye was at the pin at full length. It might have been a little past. Might have been more like 95%. But here. Yeah, it's a 0.1. Okay. Let's shake that mistake off. Try to get this drop. Thanks, Earl. Have a good night. Good luck. Hopefully to see you get through and see you in the weekend. Currently ruining a great tiebreaker score on this one with this very poor opening round. I haven't had a great open round yet. Minus 27, a couple minus 26s. Definitely not the minus 30s that I'm seeing in Tier 3. So when you do wedge, let me shoot this real quick and then I'll... .2 top, 0.4 right, 8.1 is 8.5. Okay, so when I do wedge, I do the Jared method, which you stretch out. Of course, I'd miss that on the edge. You stretch out and you look at where the pin is and percentage of your guide. So if your bullseye is on the cup, that's 100%. And now that's only when you're doing the Jared rough iron, and sand iron shots. So normally with your other shots, your wedges and everything, you do where the landing spot is as the percentage. But with rough irons and sand irons and your wedges, you know, like your end bringer, you stretch it out to 100%. You look at what percent the pin is in that guide, and then you pull back with no spin, putting it through the hole. With wedges, you use plus 20%. With rough iron and sand wedge, you use minus 30%. That's the basics. But if you go to Jared's website or Jared's videos, the link is in the description of this. He has a whole video on how to do the Embringer school and the rough iron school and a sand iron school. That is ugly. Just ruining that minus 15. But the Jared videos are really informative. You'll drop a lot more sand wedges and rough irons if you watch them. Yeah, with the sand and rough, it's the same thing as the EB, but minus 30%. You do also have to hit perfect. I'm getting better at hitting the perfect. Oh, they will now with this new ball they're proposing, William. The perfect zone ball. So 7.1. Hope if I'd set my bag up. This would be 3.3. So somebody posted some code with the new ball that they're supposed to be coming with that is going to have an increased perfect zone. I saw it on Reddit. So basically what it was saying is, you know, instead of having the normal green, you would have a bigger green area for perfect. Now, for most of the time, you know, that's not a big issue. But you think rough and sand, you know, that can make a big difference. or sniper, which always seems to be the hardest one to hit perfect on. .5. It's going to be 3.2. Oh no, I doubt it'd be free. I don't even know if they'll do it. You know, it just could be something that somebody was writing in the code. But I'm pretty sure if they do it, they'll sell a ton of them. All right, so we're at about 35%. Say 33. 7.2. It's going to be 2 rings. Yeah, I mean, that would be a pretty much a go-to tournament ball. Of course, you'll always find somebody using them in tour. Well, we bumbled our way through it, but we'll make the weekend. And that is the last of my accounts, guys. Everybody's through, except for the one I abandoned, because I won't have enough time on the weekend to play it. I've never really spent much. I do some extra golden shots. If I have an account that's low on gems and kingmakers, I'll get the qualifying pack. But I didn't spend anything before I started making the videos, and that was about 9 months ago. Thanks, Jason. Definitely could have been better. But hole 12 had my number. So I think this one I got a 26 on. Yeah, 26. That par on hole 3, I thought I was practicing, and I timed out because I was counting rings, just to get sliders right. And I timed out. And then after I shot and missed the chip, I saw that it was for real. I was like, oi. Silly mistakes like that. Yeah, I use Titans most of the time for Tor 10, but they're cheap, so it's not too bad. But I use Titans on 11 also. I don't grind as much as I should. I just have trouble finding time. And when you think about hobbies, $20 a month, most people spend that on their hobbies. I mean, I don't spend that much. But, you know, for each their own. I mean, it's their money. They worked hard to earn it. And if that's the way they want to spend it, you know, no judgment from me. You've done the timeout thing. It's easy to do. It looks like we got a few 26s. There's my other cards. So that 23 is actually my worst. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I've got to get up early to drive. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck. Thanks, William.